Yo, 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 what's good? Second show of the year. I hope you liked my last show, Ponzi Pensions and the Triple Lock. In this episode, I'm going to be waffling on about how we can grow the UK economy. Recently, there's been a lot of talk about economic growth in the UK. The question is, how can we grow the economy? And that question has arisen a lot and is being asked more frequently. Proposals are put forth. Labour seem to be pro-growth, not really implementing pro-growth policies though. There's talk about policy changes, taxes, cutting them, increasing them, government spending, and you name it. It's all being bandied about. But not many people are looking at the bigger picture. We need to look at growth from a macro point of view. We need to look at the economy as a whole, and then we can find ways to grow the economy. How can we create economic growth across the whole economy, not just sector by sector or certain industries at a time? I think we need to focus on 4 core components that form one package. And these are stimulus, circulation, reinvigoration, and innovation. I believe we need to stimulate the economy with new investments and inflows of capital. There's a lot of money in the UK economy. The money supply is very, very high, but the velocity of money is very low. There's not much money circulating in the economy. So we need to find a way how to circulate a lot of the dormant capital, which is mainly sitting on banks' balance sheets. Reinvigoration, we need to reinvigorate and revive old industries that have died out in the past 100 years. Innovation, we need to innovate, welcome and adopt new emerging industries. And we could do that through cutting red tape, deregulation, and sending a signal to the global market and business that we will be very, very soft on regulating new emerging industries. So component 1, stimulus. How do we stimulate the UK economy with new capital and investments? I think we can do this through 3 ways. Redirect foreign aid back into the UK economy. That will create £150 billion worth of new investments over the next 10 years. Cut corporation taxes by 50% and abolish capital gains taxes. The first one, we can convert foreign aid into domestic investment. So over a 10-year period, we are expected to pay out roughly £150 billion in foreign aid payments. This capital needs to be repatriated and invested into the UK economy. And we could do this through annual payments into a new British sovereign wealth fund that isn't managed by the government. It should be managed by experts and specialist fund managers, and these people should be elected to run the fund. The fund should be put onto a blockchain so that every single Brit has a wallet with a portfolio. One portfolio, one wallet, one vote. These people could cash out their portfolio when they retire. They cannot cash out before they retire, and all returns are compounded. The sovereign wealth fund should be mandated to invest at least 70% of its capital into the UK economy, and UK investments should mainly include UK listed equities, private equity, and investments into UK venture capital funds. So we not only stimulate the economy with £150 billion in new investments over a 10-year period, but we also increase the amount of wealth owned by Brits. £1,000 invested into the market and compounded over 55 years at a 6% annual return on investment rate, that £1,000 turns into 27 grand. Part 2 of the stimulus package. Cut corporation taxes by 50% from 25% down to 12.5%. Current corporation tax receipts total £93 billion, so a 50% cut costs £47 billion, let's say. So why will tax cuts create new investments? 1. Companies will reinvest a portion of the money saved, and they will reinvest that capital into the UK economy, resulting in new jobs, economic activity, and new tax receipts. And no, I'm not naive. A chunk of companies will direct the taxes saved onto shareholders, but a number of companies will reinvest a portion of the money saved into the UK economy. So it's a sort of give and take. Second reason is companies will come to the UK in order to take advantage of the low corporation tax rate, and we want them to take advantage of it because a new inflow of capital will create jobs, economic activity and new tax receipts. The third reason, incentives. Investors, individuals and families will be incentivised to start a new business. Part 3 of the stimulus component, abolish capital gains tax, and this will achieve the exact same thing what 50% cut in corporation taxes will achieve. Capital reinvested into the UK economy, companies and investors coming to the UK, incentives, new jobs, new economic activity and new tax receipts. Abolishing capital gains taxes will cost us about £15 billion a year. So the stimulus component cuts £62 billion from total tax received from corporation tax and capital gains taxes. £47 billion in corporation taxes and £15 billion in capital gains taxes. So, like all rational businesses, we need to fund these cuts. We need to find a way how to fund this loss of money. But how do we do that? We reduce the welfare bill by 22%, which equates to £61 billion in savings. So, we lose £62 billion in tax receipts, but we save £61 billion. So there's a deficit of £1 billion there. Not bad, to be fair. Yes, this will mean a number of people on welfare will have to go back to work, but the cuts in corporation taxes and abolishing capital gains taxes will create, as I mentioned, an abundance of new jobs. Companies will be screaming for staff, so there needs to be a smooth transition from welfare to work. Maybe a temporary government program can help assist people to transition from welfare over into the workforce. We need to also cut state pension for millionaires, so this can be part of the 22% reduction in the welfare bill. I believe these three policies will stimulate the economy with new capital and investments, resulting in new jobs, economic activity and new tax receipts. I firmly believe this, and I hope I've convinced you too. The second component of the package, circulation. As we speak, the money circulating in the UK economy is very low, but the UK money supply is very, very high. There's a lot of dormant capital out there. So how can we get more money circulating in the UK economy? Because the money's there, we can cut income taxes. Cutting income taxes allows people to spend more money. This will increase the amount of money circulating in the UK economy. The government only spends the money once. The people spend the money over and over again. If I pay £5 to the taxman, the government will only spend that £5 once. However, if I keep that £5, it will be spent more than once. Here's an example of what I mean. Now, let's say on a Sunday I decide to go to a local market, and I decide to buy 5 books for £5 from a market stall holder. 1 hour later, that market stall holder decides to buy some cups of tea. So they go to the tea hut, give the tea lady £5, and they receive 2 cups of tea. The tea hut lady then gets hungry and decides to buy a burger with chips from the burger stall man. So she goes over to the burger stall, gives the burger stall man £5, and she receives a burger with chips. The burger stall man has a couple of kids, and those couple of kids ask the burger stall man if he could buy them some toys. So the burger stall man gives these 2 kids a £5. They go to a market stall holder and they go buy £5 worth of toys. Now, in this example, the £5 I have saved in taxes has created a total of £20 of consumption. £5 in books, £5 in cups of teas, £5 in burger and chips, £5 in toys. 4 transactions, a money velocity of 4. This is a good example proving why income tax cuts create economic growth, because tax cuts increase the money that's circulating in the UK economy. And as we speak, there's a ton of money in the UK economy. But as I mentioned, a lot of it is very dormant. Under my example, which is a money velocity of 4, if we have £50 billion in tax cuts for the average worker, that £50 billion creates £200 billion of consumption. The government won't consume £200 billion of goods and services on the back of £50 billion in taxes it receives, but the people can. Cut income taxes equals more money circulating in the economy. More money circulating in the economy means more consumption. And guess what more consumption creates? Economic growth. Via new jobs, and in some industries, higher wages. So, cut income taxes, increase the velocity of money, create economic growth, jobs, and a double-digit percentage boost in the UK GDP. Third component, reinvigoration. We need to revive old industries that have died out in the past 100 years. Now, here's a few ways I'll do that. Here's a few little ideas. I think we should fully reopen the North Sea. Like, screw the eco-bods and even defy the radical green judges. Get those fields opened and operating. Deregulate rules and regulations in the UK mining industry. We could revive the stock market, and I've got a shitload of ideas and proposals on this one, but I'm going to leave that to another episode. I think the North needs a dedicated commercial airport, an airport dedicated to the exportation and importation of food and goods. This will revive some northern industries that have been in slow decline. Build something in Manchester, transport it 30 minutes to a commercial airport, and there's a plane waiting to fly that product anywhere around the world. It won't create any wonders or miracles, but it will create a little bit of growth in the north. Free ports, revive old and dormant ports and turn them into free ports. The UK chemical industry is in major decline and needs a revival, so we need to deregulate the whole industry. Here's just 6 ideas. Here's just 6 ideas on how to reinvigorate and revive older industries. And I think there's a lot more out there. Fourth component of the package, innovation. How do we innovate? We deregulate across the board and we end red tape. One area we could do this is cryptocurrency and blockchains. End all red tape surrounding both crypto and blockchains, just like what Donald Trump is currently doing as we speak. Tidal energy is another area. That's a new industry that's growing. Tidal energy is a strong form of energy, and the UK is an island full of tides and tidal waves. We've got it all around us. We can literally become a tidal energy powerhouse and export it to the whole of Europe. What's stopping this? Rules and regulations. We could legalise and commercialise cannabis, let small businesses and startups grow medicinal cannabis and export to countries like the USA, Europe, and even Asia and the Middle East. The same with psychedelics, farming, cut red tape, deregulate, aquaponics, aeroponics, vertical farming, and even rules and regulations surrounding farmland. Repeal the online safety bill to attract new media companies and news companies. Aerospace travel, driverless vehicles, electric planes, electric ships, electric cars, data centres, you name it. We need to let these new industries thrive, and we need to welcome and adopt them. And how do we do this? Cut red tape, deregulate, and send a signal to global business and even UK business that we will be very, very soft on regulating new and emerging industries. These are just a few ideas out of a crap load of ideas I've got, but I think you get the gist in terms of how deregulation and ending red tape can help the UK economy capitalise on new emerging industries, which will create new jobs, economic activity and new tax receipts. So there's my 2 pence piece worth on how to grow the UK economy. And I think I'm bang on the money with some of the theories and positions that I have, stimulate the economy with new investments, and this can occur through cutting corporation taxes by 50%, abolishing capital gains taxes, and repatriating foreign aid. Circulate a lot of the dormant money that is currently in the UK economy, and we could do this through cutting income taxes. Reinvigorate old industries through deregulation and new projects. We can innovate via cutting red tape that stops emerging industries from rapidly growing in the UK, plus send a signal to the world that we will be very, very soft on regulating new industries. 4 components that form one package that I believe can grow the UK economy as a whole, not just certain sectors and industries within the UK economy. I really firmly believe if this package were to be implemented tomorrow, we would witness immense growth within 6 months. It's never going to happen, but I firmly believe that would be the case. So there we have it. Please subscribe to my YouTube or follow my Spotify account, please. I need to boost my subscribers so I could capture the YouTube algo and the Spotify algo. Get a bit of free organic coverage, eh? So thanks for listening, and until the next show, have a prosperous time.